How did you transition from Princeton radio DJing into, the footwear analyst position?
Well, I actually was a retailer for 30 years before I started doing this. The last 10, I worked in the sporting goods industry. I worked for Sneaker Stadium in New Jersey. Some people may remember that chain. I worked for a chain called Sport Mart in Chicago. I worked for Modell's here in New York for a while. And then I worked for a website called MVP.com, which was started by John Elway, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky. So I got to work for those guys for a year. And when when that burned down, I ended up starting a consulting business and began to do research on the sneaker industry.
So growing up, what was your interest in footwear?
I think like any kid, I paid attention to shoes, but I was never obsessed with shoes. I'm much more interested in what makes people do things. I was a sociology major in college, so studying people in groups and how group activity changes business, changes culture is really, I think, my primary focus and interest here.
Do you have like a normal footwear rotation at all?
I wear mostly dress and casual shoes.
So did you ever expect to become a sneaker community sensation in terms of...
Not at all. I've been kind of amazed at how it's blown up around me. But it's really interesting, I think, that the sneakerheads want to know about the business. They're really interested in the business. Who's got big market share, who's growing, who's not growing. And so I think it's very fascinating that it's not just about being in love with a particular shoe or a particular brand or athlete, but they really want to know about the business itself. I think they're really fascinated. I get very, very good questions from my Twitter followers about what's happening.
So why do you think that is? Why do you feel like, sneaker heads or, just sneaker enthusiasts are interested in the business so much?
Well, I think they want to understand some of what drives the business. I mean, I get a lot of questions about what does it cost to make a shoe and what percentage of Nike shoes are made in China. I think there's just a wanting to have a deeper understanding than just this is the latest colorway of the KD6. I think they really want to understand what makes the business work.